What's up, everybody? This is Platinum Quest and stuff. I was really hoping this capture from the Iron Banner today. I was really hoping this was from a different map. It's actually from Venus. I'll hopefully get one of Earth up soon. I know I had one recorded, I'm pretty sure. I don't know. But yeah, my last video talked a little bit about macronutrient stuff and stuff. One of the things I sort of introduced in that video and in the previous video was about body composition and body fat. So really quick topic. Most of this should be gameplay commentary. Not saying I'm good at that either, but how to measure body fat. How do you get your body fat percentage? Well, there's a few ways. Full disclosure, I work for a company that has created a device that can measure body composition with ultrasound, so I'm going to be more biased towards that one. So that's going to be my first one. Take a break for a second. This is what I was talking about in one of my other videos, especially on Venus. I go straight for B. Anyway, I'll probably get killed here. So yeah, ultrasound. Ultrasound is my most preferred method, only because it's, in my experience, it's been the most consistent. Take that as biased or not. Bias or not, sorry.
Enemy captured zone
Oh, that was nice. But basically what it does is it uses similar formulas to caliper measurements. Calipers are the things that pinch you, right? Unpleasant. But it uses similar formulas to caliper measurements, but uses ultrasound to find true fat thickness. So instead of kind of guesstimating with pinching, because you're going to have a certain variability due to skin elasticity and differences in people's skin thickness. That also has a variability for some people when measuring body composition. So with ultrasound, you bypass all those variabilities and you can get pretty damn accurate body composition method. So that's my preferred one. And another one, like I said, was calipers. Calipers are great and all for a really cheap way to do it. They're like, I think it's like $20 if you're on calipers. The major downside is that it kind of sucks to measure yourself with calipers. Usually you want a trainer or someone to do it because they're trained and they can do it consistently. But there's a lot of room for human error with caliper measurements. There's also this really kind of quasi method of determining body fat, which is, it's like, send me a picture and I'll give you an idea. Sometimes on fitness forums, these trainers will be like, here, send me, a picture and I can give you an estimation of your body fat. Okay, it kind of works. I mean, sure, if someone's 16% body fat, it's going to look pretty similar, I guess, across most people. But an 8% body fat is going to look different on different individuals, or a 12% body fat will look different on different individuals. So that's not the best method either. And the other thing is, body fat really isn't the most important thing. Body fat percentage, rather, is not the most important thing. It's the fat thickness. Because, I mean, if you're 10% body fat but you weigh 300 pounds, that's fucking shredded. Sorry, it's really shredded. Pardon my language. That's like, that's ridiculous, right? So, obviously, percentages are only going to say so much, because being 10% at 300 pounds and being 10% at 170 pounds are very different from each other. What's more important is muscle mass and fat thickness, like I said. So anyways, that being said, ultrasound trumps calipers. Again, I'm biased. But the gold standard is MRI, but that's completely it's not practical at all. It's expensive. The next best option from there is a tie between hydrostatic weighing, which also has a lot of room for error, human error, and it does have some variability. And after that is DEXA. The thing about DEXA, it doesn't really give you I don't think it gives you fat thickness. It gives you overall percentage, I think. I don't know too much about DEXA other than the reason people don't do it is because it's X-ray. It's X-ray technology, so you're exposing yourself to radiation. So again, ultrasound wins out over those two. Again, I'm biased. God, I hope I'm using that word right. I was just listening to a podcast where they're complaining about people who got biased and biased confused.
Zone B
Anyway,
lost.
and then there's consumer-friendly versions of measuring body composition, such as bioelectrical impedance devices.
Enemy captured
They're like
Zone B.
the things that look like you're holding a steering wheel, and they have little metal sensors on them. Those are the least accurate, the most variable forms of measuring body fat percentage. Some of them have like you step onto a scale and they do it that way. What it does is it sends an electrical current through your body.
Zone B
And
neutralized.
based on the speed at which it travels through your body, it calculates your body fat percentage. The drawback with that is, depending on your caffeine intake, your hydration, if you've exercised, that signal is going to travel very differently. So there's a great degree of variability. So you have to have super controlled testing conditions every time you do it. So you have to wake up every Monday morning at 5 o'clock in the morning, before working out, before peeing, before, you know, so on and so on. So that's, to get really accurate, that's not ideal either. The last one I can think of is called BodPod, which uses air displacement. It's like hydrostatic weighing, but with air. And I don't know too much about that, except that is also really expensive, so impractical as well. So that's an introduction to how to measure body fat percentage. Thought I would just start the first half of the video with that. But now we can talk about how I'm doing. I have no idea. I haven't been looking at my score. We're in the lead though. Not substantially. This is what I like about the Iron Banner matches. Oh shit. Let's see. Oh, I'm top scorer right now. Sweet. This must have been one of my good matches. One of the things I like about Iron Banner is the players seem to be a little bit more coordinated. I'm not saying that in the normal Crucible capture matches that they're not coordinated, but you know, one of the things I noticed, I mentioned this in my last video, I think it was on the moon, and it was not Iron Banner, it was just the normal capture mode. Oh, how did I get that? But basically,
Zone A lost.
in those, you know, if one of our capture points is being taken over by the other team, man, I'm camping like a mofo right now. I feel so guilty. If one of the capture points is being taken over by one of the other team, then half the team will flock to that point, and it'll leave the other points undefended. Completely missed everybody with that super. So one of the things I like about Iron Banner is it seems like the players think a little bit more strategically. I ended up, as a team, I thought I ended up performing a lot better than I did in some of the other matches. And you know, they enabled level advantages, but I don't notice a huge difference. There was my first match with Iron Banner, I was using a pulse rifle, and this guy just completely mowed me down. Guy or gal mowed me down, and I was just like, nope, I have to switch to an auto rifle because there's just no way my damage on this is high enough yet. But yeah, other than that particular moment, Iron Banner doesn't seem all that different, except for people's armor stats. Then again, this, you know, the level cap's at 8, so you know, so everyone probably has similar armor and similar weapons. There aren't a whole lot of super rare weapons, I'm sure. I've only been finding uncommons. I did get a sweet hand cannon that I'm pretty sure will do some significant damage once I level it up, so I'll be doing that for the next round of Iron Banner stuff. Speaking of which, I am happy to repeat the message that I've received via Twitter. I'm sure you have too if you've been following Bungie. They're opening the floodgates up again for Iron Banner this evening. This evening is July 19th. So this video probably won't go up tonight, so maybe tomorrow. They're opening it at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Iron Banner's enabled again. I'm guessing I'll probably go for another 2 hours, like I did at 2 earlier today. So close at 9. And then they're opening it again tomorrow at 2 p.m. So July 20th, 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, and they'll do it again at 7 p.m. as well. Again, July 20th, Pacific Standard Time, 7 p.m. So hopefully I can get some more captures in. It's not like I'm It's not like my my number of viewers dictates how many videos I can put up, so I don't do this for a living, so I'm just gonna keep posting them.
Heavy ammo available.
Oh man, that would have been such a sweet melee if I would have gotten it. Yeah, but I'm really digging the beta so far. Really digging the Iron Banner stuff. I'm really excited for the game to come out. The one thing that I'm playing this on PS4, but I do find it unfair that
Zone C lost.
that the Xbox, sorry, the Xbox One players
You neutralized
are
Zone B.
not gonna get as much time with the beta, but at the same time, it's a beta,
You
so
captured Zone B.
it's not the full game. It would be different if the game wasn't releasing for another 3 months, I guess. So I guess I would understand if someone was pissed off that they couldn't play the game because, you know, exclusivity says that they can't play it, the full game. But because this is the beta, I don't feel too bad about it. I will feel bad about it if they don't enable the Iron Banner stuff after they reopen the servers on Wednesday.
Enemy captured Zone C. Let this be
I still got the most points in the match after we
only
lost.
the
Oh.
strong
But yeah, I would think that would be a little unfair. But that's the end of the video. Please come back and watch the next one.